welcome to the new NDN event space. Some of you have been to this room before, but we've just recently, thanks to the generosity of many of our members, we were able to upgrade this. So we actually have this sort of new high-tech audio video system, digital sound, and this new HD projector where we have much greater bandwidth and capacity to go live on the internet. I know that my wife is watching because she just emailed me a second ago. And so I want to just thank, first of all, the NDN staff for having worked so hard to have improved this space, which will make the experience for you in the room better, but also for people at home or at their offices, and also to the NDN members who helped fund this improvement. It's really been it's our new toy, and it's been a lot of fun. So let us know how it goes, both here in the room, but also at home for those of you who are looking at home. The event today we're doing, for those of you who don't know about and haven't been here before, NDN is a think tank that has a simple argument that we make about the world, which is that there's a new politics emerging in America, and that it's being driven by three factors: the emergence of a new governing agenda that's very 21st century in nature, that's very different from many of the challenges we faced in the 20th century, a whole new media and tech environment that's changing the way that we communicate and advocate and produce commerce and talk to one another. And third is the demography of the country is changing, that we're going through one of the most profound demographic changes in all of American history. And that taken together, these three factors are birthing what we've been calling for 4 years a new politics. And certainly, you know, we used to say this starting 4 years ago, and it was sort of speculative. I think the election of Barack Obama, in the way that he got elected, using these new and modern tools that fundamentally changed the way that we can imagine what a campaign could be, the fact that he himself is biracial and as he describes himself as a great American mutt, and which is something how I see myself and my own family all the time. And also the way that I think he really started to change the subject and the discussion about where we're going as a country, that his own election is a validation that we're really entering a new political age, different from the one that just, I think, has come to an end. And a lot of the conversations we've been having have been around these three areas. One of the areas that we've become well known for in recent years is really being a leading convener and forum for looking at technology and media and how it's affecting advocacy, campaigns, governing, all the things that we do here in Washington. Jose Vargas had an interesting piece on this today in the Washington Post, if you haven't seen it. And today's forum is now the latest in a series of what's been dozens and dozens of events in recent years, looking at the latest technology and media innovations to help all of you navigate your own lives. What's interesting is that what I would just say is that the question was, this is the first time this year we've convened one of these events. And what's amazing to me as we sort of step back to prepare for this event over the last couple of days is that, if anything, the velocity of change is increasing. I mean, that is as daunting as all of this is for us to keep up, right? And for whether it's, you've never used Twitter or you don't know about Facebook, whatever the thing you're missing in your own understanding of all this cool new stuff, right? The velocity of change is accelerating and increasing. And so if you think it was hard to keep up over the last few years, I think we're going to see more change in many ways in the next 4 years than we saw in the last 4 years. And so part of what we will continue to be is a public service, to provide a public service of really helping bring in the smartest people we know who are thinking about this and who can show us the latest tools to help you really navigate this incredibly fast-changing media and tech environment. We've got three wonderful speakers today. What I'm going to do is just introduce them all first so we don't have to go through this, just so you know, and their bios. I'll do the brief bios because this is all on the website. First off, we're going to hear from Jason Rosenthal. Jason's an old friend. We've known each other for over 10 years. He's a senior vice president of business operations at Ning, Inc., where he is responsible for all outbound and customer-facing activities at the company. Jason's been in the technology arena for a long time, and we met many years ago because he is tracked and followed Mark Andreessen, where he's been over the years. Mark is a dear old friend of NDN's and had worked at LoudCloud, Opsware, and with Mark early on, and also been at HP, and is now, we're very lucky to have him here today to talk about this amazing platform called Ning, which you're going to learn about in a few minutes. Tim Chambers, who is a fellow at MPI, one of the original fellows at MPI, has written, I still think, what may be the single best paper ever produced by NPI, the mobile paper Tim wrote in 2006, is a principal at Dewey Square Group. He's the former deputy CTO at Sony, and so he actually is a technologist and not a political hack. So it means you've got to pay a little bit more attention to him than normal. He's going to be talking about a powerful new tool called Radar, which I'm not even going to try to explain because I'm not sure I understand it. But you'll hear about it, and certainly we saw a preview of this, Tim, in the fall, and we welcome you back. And then new to NDN, Amy Gershkoff is going to be going third. She's a founder and a partner at Changing Targets Media, a company she founded with Hal Malchow, who, for those of you who know Hal, has really been one of the visionaries and leaders in trying to understand this technology change and apply it to traditional politics. She has a rather remarkable background. I mean, she holds a PhD from Princeton. Her articles have been published in numerous media outlets and academic journals, including the Washington Post and the Christian Science Monitor, Politics Magazine. She's been a commentator on NPR and XM Radio. I mean, she is got a long and bio already at a very young age, and is I think, going to be a major player in this new space. She's going to be talking about something that's very near and dear to our heart, which is how to better target television advertising buying, which is, I still think, one of the great challenges that everyone has in politics. So welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming today. Jason, take it away.